All right, still great to have you back on the morning show right here on the Rise News channel. We'll quickly go to Aaron Akejala. He's going to tell us everything about sports. Aaron, how are you?
Very good morning to you, Rufai, Tindum. It was a pleasure. And starting today on this very sad note, this news actually broke yesterday, the ill-fated and untimely death of a legend of football. Right. Liverpool fans will always remember him for that treble-winning campaign in the year 2000-2001 season, talking about Gerard Houllier. Unfortunately, he had been plagued with health issues. He had a heart attack while coaching Liverpool, and he had to quit due to health-related incidences when he was coaching Aston Villa. Unfortunately, he just had an aortic aneurysm surgery 3 weeks ago, and here we are right now, actually sending messages of condolences, not just to the family or to his wife Isabella and his two sons, because they had actually convinced him at some point to leave Aston Villa because his health was becoming a little bit fragile. It's unfortunate. A lot of tributes have been pouring in from ex-players who have seen this man as a rock, and more importantly, to the likes of Steven Gerrard, who he gave his Liverpool debut, to the likes of Jamie Redknapp, to the likes of Jamie Carragher, who blossomed under this great tactician. His technical and tactical ilk is what will be missed the most. Messages have been pouring in time and time again for Liverpool. For those that's probably for the newer generation of Liverpool fans, this man gave them their first golden era before the Benitez's era, and then the Jurgen Klopp's era, which we are celebrating right now. This man began the rebirth of Liverpool in the new generation, because Liverpool were looking like a dinosaur in football at a certain time, up until when Gerard Houllier came into the scene. So he would always be fondly remembered for that winning mentality, and more importantly, not just having a winning mentality, the ability to be able to make players better than they were before they came into Liverpool. And the man will be sorely missed. He was a technical and tactical advisor to FIFA at some certain point in time, but health-related issues also ensured that did not last for too long. Now, moving away from that to the talk about Anthony Joshua. We've been speaking about Anthony Joshua ever since that particular win in London. There have been talks and rumors in the air concerning returning back to the ring. And right now, match promotions being presided by Eddie Hearn, who is Anthony Joshua's promoter, has said the fight between Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury for the undisputed bout in the heavyweight category will be happening in May of 2021. They're just trying to hatch out some few details here and there, and they're expecting this particular bout to be held in the Middle East. Report having that these fighters will be walking away with a guaranteed sum of £100 million each in that particular bout, because they are said they will be making more thanks to pay-per-view and some other add-ons here and there. But we are set to have that bout go down in May of 2021. The last person to hold an undisputed belt in the heavyweight category was another Brit, Lennox Lewis, and let's see if Tyson Fury or Anthony Joshua will be unifying all these belts together and also becoming the undisputed heavyweight champion. He actually dispatched Kubrat Pulev in the night round over the weekend, and right now all sights will be set on that particular bout when all details will be hatched out. But this fight will go through in 2021. The only comma or the only hitch here right now is that Anthony Joshua has a mandatory fight against Alexander Usyk for the WBO belt, and right now Eddie Hearn has spoken and said that he will convince the WBO to probably step back a little bit, postpone that fight to allow this fight of a generation happen. Everyone wants to see this, not just the Brits, but the world over, because this is the most exciting fight right now in the heavyweight category or in the entirety of boxing. So 2021, May, we're going to be having that fight. Fury versus Joshua. Who takes the day is left to be seen. Before we go, the news actually came out of the UEFA Champions League round of 16. The ties quite mouth-watering. Barcelona will be welcoming Paris Saint-Germain, and not forgetting the likes of Atletico de Madrid against Chelsea. Frank Lampard, who has won the UEFA Champions League with Chelsea, but right now a manager, will know that going against a team as dogged as Atletico Madrid will be a mountain to climb. And also for Barcelona, we are hoping between now and when the fixtures actually kick off in February, they will be able to get their acts together. But Paris Saint-Germain certainly will be licking their lips because Barcelona right now are in disarray and they are actually lost at sea. But they're going to be having their president, they're going to be having the elections for the new president of Barcelona coming sometime on the 24th of January. If a new president comes in, maybe he might stabilize the ship at Barcelona and set them aright. But for now, they're looking lost at sea, and that tie is already tilted towards Paris Saint-Germain. But for the rest of the fixtures, Mönchengladbach against Manchester City, Lazio against the holders Bayern Munich, then Leipzig against Liverpool, another blockbuster match that will sizzle. Porto against Juventus, Sevilla against Dortmund, and Real Madrid, the biggest team in this competition, the most successful team in this competition, will be going against Atalanta. That will be a cracker.
Right. Thank you so much, Aaron. But I just quickly want to talk about the Anthony Joshua fight. Good prospect next year. And that I'm still going to harp on that tweet that Rotus shared. You know, that tweet about, you know, state government say and all of that. You see, these things, I'm not saying they should reinvent the wheel. I'm just saying passion. If we love Anthony Joshua so much, we should also see how we can make money from the fight. They should bring the fights to either the Dipo Dino Stadium, the MK Abiola Stadium in Abeokuta, or the Gateway Stadium in Shagamu. You know why I'm saying this? Eddie Hearn is not a billionaire, the boxing promoter. It doesn't take you to be a billionaire to be able to. I don't know, since the time of Francis Ayegbene, the owner of Durovans Hotel in Ibadan, since that man died, I'm not sure we have a very viable boxing promoter like that. He promoted the likes of Bashali. He made it possible for us to see those international fights of Bashali in Nigeria. We can do the same too in Ogun State. We too should start bidding. Because if that fight comes to Ogun State, you know what that means? The world will come to Ogun State. They will come to MK Abiola Stadium.
Ramble in the jungle.
In the jungle, in Abeokuta, to come and watch.
Yes.
So we too should bid for it. All of you should not go to Saudi Arabia. And sad passing on the death of Gerard Houllier, great man. You know, all the footballers that played under Gerard Houllier said something about him. He said he's a man that makes you better. Yes. Jamie Carragher too said the same about him. He's always had this heart problem in a while. It's quite painful he had to pass. Very sad one. I must point out a very sad one for football. For the Champions League pairing, I've already accepted my fate. Atletico will beat Chelsea. I mean, there's no point beating around the bush. I'm a Chelsea fan, but I've accepted my fate. Atletico will give us some good spanking. I might be wrong, but...
Rufai, see, I'm glad you still mentioned and emphasized on that particular talk about Anthony Joshua coming to Ogun State, because Dakpo Abiodun, talking about the governor of Ogun State, has come under sharp criticism ever since he put out that particular Facebook post trying to attribute Anthony Joshua's victory to what they are doing in Ogun State. People have been left confused and bemused about that particular comment, and it's sad that this is happening, but more importantly, now that this is in the air, with the governor saying this, which was ultimately, I think, out of line, I think this is an opportunity for them to probably look in that particular direction. There are a lot of Anthony Joshua's littered around Nigeria.
Well, maybe
but do we have
the pipeline and he knows what he's talking about? Thank you, Aaron.
Thank you so much, Aaron.
We'll see.